In this lecture, we will discuss regarding the third important quote in relation to industrial relation and about the industries and factories and about the workers and workmen or employees is the Social Security Code of 2020, which amalgamated and consolidated some important piece of legislation such as the Employees State Insurance Act 1948, which particularly provides sickness, maternity, and employment injury benefits, and it applies to employees drawing salary up to 1600 per month. And here also, a defined fact remains where 10 or more workers employed for manufacturing process with the aid of power and 20 or more workers without the aid of power. And it also defines seasonal factory as manufacturing process in cotton, jute, groundnut, coffee, indigo, lac, rava, sugar, tea, and all processes of blending, packing, or repacking, and as also regarding employees state insurance corporation as established by the central government for the administration of the scheme of the act. It also provides about standing committee form among the members of the corporation for administration, control, and consideration and decision of the corporation. It also provides about medical benefit council which would be constituted by the central government to advise investigation and medical treatment and attendance. And it also provides about employees state insurance fund or ESI fund payment of benefits, establishment and maintenance of hospitals, dispensaries, provisions of medical and other ancillary services for the benefit of insured persons and their families. The very contributions regarding this fund is employer's contribution is 5% of the wages of the employees, and employees' contribution is 2.25% of the wages received, but employees receiving wages below RH6 are exempted from contribution. It also provides sickness benefit to insured employees for periodical payment as certified by duly appointed medical practitioner. It also provides in relation to maternity benefit for a period of 12 weeks on sickness out of pregnancy, miscarriage, and premature birth of a child, and subsequently would like to discuss the Maternity Benefit Act and the changes made under the Act. This Act also includes disablement benefit, and in regards to that, for temporary disablement for not less than 3 days, and in case of total or partial or permanent disablement, as certified by the insurance medical officer. It also provides regarding dependence benefit to dependents in case of death of an insured employee on account of an employment injury or an occupational disease. So also it deals with medical benefits to insured employees and their family members by the hospitals, dispensaries, clinics, or other institutions. Finally, also the Act Employees State Insurance Act 1948 provides regarding funeral benefits to all those insured employees. And another piece of legislation that is falling under the act is relating to Maternity Benefit Act of 1961. And this very act now, as a part of the Social Security Code of 2020, it creates rights to payments of maternity benefits for any woman employee who worked in any establishment for a period of at least 80 days during the 12 months immediately preceding the date of her expected delivery. But it was changed and amended in March 2017, and that amendment, which provides for 26-week paid maternity leave for women employees. And another piece of legislation that is falling under the act is relating to Social Security Code is the Bonded Labor System Abolition Act 1976, which abolishes bonded labor, and the very estimate suggests that between 2 million to 5 million workers still remain in debt bondage in India. This very Social Security Code also consists regarding child labor. So, the very Child Labour Prohibition and Abolition Act 1986 is now part of the Code on Social Security Code of 2020. And exactly child labor itself is prohibited in the Constitution of India as per the provisions of the fundamental rights under Article 24, which provides that no child could be engaged in factories, mines, and hazardous employment. And it also a part of Article 21, which is also a fundamental right which guarantees right to life and personal liberty. So, as per the very provisions of the Constitution, no child could be engaged in any factories, mines, and hazardous employment, and they must be provided education, which is now also a fundamental right under Article 21A of the Constitution of India. And also another important piece of legislation that is falling under the Social Security Code is the Unorganized Worker Social Security Act of 2008, which is now also is repealed and a part of the Social Security Code of 2020, and it extends to coverage of life and disability benefits, health and maternity benefits, and old age protection for unorganized workers. And as unorganized is defined under the Act as home based workers, self-employed workers or daily wage workers. The state government was meant to formulate the welfare system through rules produced by the National Social Security Board. So, these are the important pieces of legislation which are falling under Social Security Code. And also, another piece of legislation that could be discussed under the Act is relating to Interstate Migrant Workers Act 1979. But that very act now is become a part of occupational health and safety and code of 2020. So, in that connection, we would like to discuss in our the fourth lecture on this series relating to the labor laws, and that will be occupational health and safety code of 2020.